Even to this day, I would tell people, look, if you're gonna do music, paperwork is a back burner to the creativity right now because you don't know what's gonna
Mm-hmm.
go, and you don't know
No
if
and
you should
go.
be
Right.
investing all that time into getting paperwork straight for
Mm-hmm.
something that may not be worth your time and effort.
Talk.
If you look at how the game was from the 70s to the 80s to the
Mm-hmm.
90s, so okay, so 70s to the 80s, right? So the 80s, more electronic stuff came in, right? People was able to make beats with an
Mm-hmm.
MPC now, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
barrier level of entry to make beats is now like 1,000, maybe 1,500. You
Right.
scrounge with your money, you can make beats, but back then, because so few people were doing it, somebody be like, "Man, I need a beat." It was nothing to kick you a couple $100, maybe even
Right.
$1,000 for the right beat. Because with the right beat, I can get this into the right hands. That's the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Now, fast forward into the 90s, it's becoming a little bit more accessible, right? But you're starting to have be able to really, really sell your own product because now everybody's burning CDs. Now you got the
Mm-hmm.
mixtape. So the mixtape went from
Mm-hmm.
cassette to CDs. Now you can stand on the
Right.
corner and sell CDs like a dope boy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Right.
I knew people who, owned CD shops, and they would have the mixtapes
Right.
in there. The DJs were pressing up their own mixtapes. They were going out and doing shows,
Mm-hmm.
selling their product. So there was a lot more money to be made off
Right.
of an initial investment into music. When
Right.
we got into music, like doing it professionally in 2008 and 2009, we're coming off of MySpace
Mm-hmm.
into the beginnings of Instagram. Facebook is
I mean,
starting to open up to everyone.
I mean to cut
And
you off, but TuneCore, all the DSP, like TuneCore started around about then. You know, I said like
TuneCore, we was one of the
Apple
first to put
Music,
our stuff on TuneCore,
right,
2010.
right. They on the iPod. That's when really kind of changed music a little bit, like in its entirety, because it was, I said, it went from one way to another way, right during
Right.
that time frame. So I said, being able to get into music, you had to know. I said, the internet where to place it at and where to be at with the music because
Absolutely. Like I said, the
you know.
blogs, Tumblr was big. You
Mm-hmm.
had all these different websites popping up that were blogs, but they've now developed into news outlets,
Businesses,
right? And entertainment
right,
outlets. You're 100% right, man, because with the DSPs and with where everything was at that time, it was changing so fast that by the time you figure out one thing, here
it was
comes
something else.
something else, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the fundamental nature of music is always there in the business. You got the DJs, you
Right.
got the radio, you got the internet. But I can tell you right now, I got so much bad advice,
Right.
so much bad
Right,
advice
right, right,
from
right.
2000, I would say 8 to maybe like
Mm-hmm.
2000, just on and so forth. People
Right,
saying, man, you got to
right.
invest in this. You need to open up for these
Yeah,
acts. Hey, man, you need to
right.
invest in this. Hey, look, you need
Mm-hmm.
contracts for this. I can't tell you how many
Mm-hmm.
times I got burned not having a contract with one person and then deciding to have a
Right,
contract with another. Seriously,
right,
like, don't not have that
right. No,
contract, things don't work out. Put the
right,
contract in front of them and things don't work out. Like, nah, I ain't signing no contract, or nah, I'm good on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the music industry was changing so rapidly that you weren't even really dealing with like business people anymore. I mean, nobody even knew what was going on half the time.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
they
like
remember
yeah,
what they used to do and give you advice based
right.
on that, and then you
Based on that,
apply
yeah,
it to the new reality of music, and it's like, man, that doesn't apply in the streaming world. That doesn't
right,
apply in the internet world where
right.
everybody's stealing everybody's stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, hey, look, we need to cross some T's and dot some I's. Well, while you're
Right.
crossing T's and dotting I's, another song is going viral, and they're
Mm-hmm.
figuring the paperwork out after the fact.
Mm-hmm. Right, right,
And
right.
I used to say that over and over again to people. Even to this day, I would tell people, look, if you're gonna do music, paperwork is a back burner to the creativity right now because you don't know what's gonna
Mm-hmm.
go, and you don't know
No
if
and
you should
go.
be
Right.
investing all that time into getting paperwork straight for
Mm-hmm.
something that may not be worth your time and effort. And I still get backlash to this day. People saying, "No, that's a terrible idea. That's a terrible idea." I'm like, listen, I hear what you're saying, but you got to go on Drink Champs. You got to listen to these interviews with these
Yeah.
artists. You got to listen to these guys, and they will tell you the game. Like, hey, look, I didn't know this song was
Right.
gonna go viral. I didn't know this song was gonna work. We hadn't even cleared the paperwork yet. We threw it on the radio. We got sued by them. We had to go to court. We
Right.
let our lawyers handle the case while we're on tour. Like,
Right.
like if we would have focused on the paperwork and making sure everything cleared and then it didn't clear and then we had to go back and release something else, the music would have never came out.
Never. Right. And to me, that's why I said, oh, like the organic part of that during that era and that time of things, but people were actually doing what they love to do. Like I said, it was changing, but people were still doing what they love to do. People were still out here operating, being able to make something out of it. Like I say it wasn't a full business behind it at all, but
Hmm.
still able to make something out of it. I said, get your, like I said, get yourself known, get your creativity out there, being
Hmm.
able to connect with the right people and do what you love doing, minus the business. I think the business, I say once it changed, that definitely hindered some things, but it didn't stop the talent that was already happening. You know what I'm saying, like the motivations for why you want to be in music. And for me, it's always what I said about DJing. It's like I wanted to be doing it because I love doing it. I can get booked to DJ a gig, but if I can just do it because I love doing it, then I don't mind. Like I said, the business. I said if I blow up, I blow up as a DJ. But if I don't,
Right.
I love doing what I do.